Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick little video on the augers for a Honda snowblower. I've done 3 of these HS series 1132s that I've picked up. So over here I have one of the disassembled auger systems, and starting with the most common problem is a little 6mm bolt that would go right here. They break out. The holes on the auger tend to oval over time, and sometimes that or not having the pin, the bolt, tight will cause the issue. Here's a bolt in place here on this little adapter, so check both of those. Coming back, the next thing is going to be this pin here. It pops out. There's a little cotter pin on the other side of it, and it's just a simple little bolt. So I'll drop that down there, and I'll pop this one out on the other side as well. So those are both out now. And now if I spin the auger, nothing else moves. And that's when you hit a chunk of ice or a garden hose or a brick under the grass. That's what you'll get. So if you look at your machine, and this is the shaft coming out of the transmission right here, you'll be able to see it spinning, or you'll see this spinning with it if these pins are still intact. And that'll tell you that you need to replace this little bolt. The other thing to look for is there's 2 bolts in the back. If you see that your second stage isn't spinning, then you've broken one of these bolts here. So there's 2 of them. We'll pull this off. So this one here is a shouldered bolt. It's thicker on the one part than it is on the other. And this here looks like a standard bolt. But it's another shear pin. You can even see by the way this one has worn. It's thicker at the bottom and thinner at the top. So it came from here. And then this is the pulley that mounts inside or on the back. So if you see your belt spinning, but the second stage, the blower isn't spinning, you've broken one of these pins, and then you can go from there. So I'll quickly pull it apart so you can see how these things come apart too. Here's the auger. Notice that the length of this is about 4 inches that goes inside. So when it's rusted on, it's always rusted here, and that's where it's seized. The trick that I've been using is I tilt the auger up on its side, I remove the bolt from the end, and I just fill that with PB Blaster, and I let it sit. And then I'll hammer gently on this just to tap it and give it some vibration, work the penetrant down, and then I wiggle it back and forth with these pins out. And then eventually I can pull it off the shaft. It might take a day or two, but that's how I do it without using any oxyacetylene torches or anything. So the other side's going to come off the same way. It just slides off. And if the machine was still in the housing when you're taking it apart, the first thing you'd want to do is slide it out with all the augers on it, and that'll simply pop off, and that's only about 1 inch long. And that's the first pin. Your blower slides off the back. That's it. And then behind this blower is the 3 bolt holes to get to the rear bearing for the pulley. Hopefully that explains a bit and clears it up.